A prime piece of waterfront land in the city of Richmond is becoming a headache for city leaders.
Several developers who once sought to transform it have dropped out. The scenic real estate is located at Point Molate Beach Park, but as KPIX5's John Ramos tells us, now there's a deadline that could mean costing the city its land altogether.
In April, Richmond ended an 8-year lawsuit from an Indian tribe that was denied a casino here at Point Molate. The agreement calls for the city instead to build a housing development here and split the proceeds with the tribe. The land would be sold to a developer to build a housing project of at least 670 units. But last month, the city council approved a set of restrictions that the mayor feels will kill the plan altogether.
And they put enough poison pills in it to make the project economically unfeasible.
The restrictions prohibit building in this area, which is the most wide open space, centering development instead at the so-called Wine Haven area, with its historic buildings that would have to be preserved. The developer must pay for replacement of all the crumbling infrastructure, and the council set a goal of 2/3 of the units going to moderate to extremely low income residents.
If we have the kind of developers that we want to attract to Richmond, we should give them the restrictions that we as a city expect and see what kind of creativity they have.
But the mayor says 3 developers have already dropped out of the project. That's a problem because the settlement says if the city doesn't have a developer in place by April of 2020, the tribe can buy all the land for the grand sum of $300. And then, if the restrictions prevent a feasible project, the fear is the tribe will reopen its lawsuit, charging the city with sabotaging its own agreement.
The city could lose the case, get hit with a judgment of $50, $100 million, maybe more, bankrupt the city, and we could end up with a casino at the end of the day.
A citizens group opposed to the development plan says this only happened because the city negotiated the deal behind closed doors without consulting the public.
We think the city went about this backwards, and they put themselves in a very odd position.
The election changed the makeup of the council a bit, and the mayor is hoping he can convince the new members to remove some of the restrictions, making the project more attractive to developers. At Point Molate, John Ramos, KPIX 5.
The mayor says he doubts they'll get any proposals from developers, but if they do, they're scheduled to be reviewed later on this month.